Now let us check this Coulomb's law with certain examples. Okay, with how we can use these laws. First, let us learn how the lines of force can act. Suppose this is a plate and we have given positive charges. So positive charges means these arrows will be outward. So we'll show all outward arrows. Okay. So this is the lines of force to the positive charge in case of positive charges. Now let us do one sum. One charge is shown, that is Q2, and another charge is Q1. And between Q1 and Q2, so this this is the charge, and we will have to show what is the ratio of the Q1 and Q2. These charges, ratio of these charges. Charges scalar quantities, so we'll show the ratios of the charges. How will be showing it? See how this type of things while we'll be doing, no, we'll be counting the lines of forces here. So here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lines are there. Okay, so this charge is having 12 lines of forces. So and another lines, let's say Q2 has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of forces. So what is the charge? So Q2 is certainly stronger than Q1 because lines of it is proportional to the lines of forces. So Q2 is what? Twice Q1. Okay, Q2 is twice Q1. So in that way we can write that Q1 by Q2 as it is given in the question. That will be how much? Q1 by Q2 is half. Clear it is? Like this will be showing the ratios of the charges. You can understand these problems, no? One by one we'll solve this thing. Now we'll be writing another question, that is a charge conductor's electric field. Suppose this is a charge conductor, and if it is kept in an electric field, so how the electric field will act here? So these are the electric fields. No, it is coming like this. So these are the electric fields are coming through the conductor. We are taking a surface area, cross sections of the conductor, and these are the lines of forces are coming out. So this is inward and this is outward. So we are writing it inward and this is outward. So inward is cancelling the outward. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 inward and there is 1, 2, 3, 4 outward. So as it is a vector quantity, so inside the conductor there will be no electric field. Clear it is? So in this way we will be doing the sums. Let us try another one. Suppose we are taking a shell. What is shell? You know, this is just a sphere like this. Okay, like a balloon. So this will be inside, there will be hollow. If you are taking a hollow sphere, this is called shell. Suppose we are giving charges on this hollow sphere. These are the charges scattered on the hollow sphere almost uniformly as it is shown. Okay, so it is uniformly. Now we will be applying the Gauss's theorem and we will find the field inside this sphere. Clear it is? So in that case we will be writing E dot ds. Clear? It is integral of ds, that is equal to q by epsilon, that is equal to the phi. Clear it is? So in this way we will be solving the problem. Now E dot ds will be writing in this way, and that will be writing inside. Suppose this is a 0, this is the center of the sphere, and we will be taking a surface area inside this. We will be always taking the surface area as it is integral ds. So what we are writing? We are writing E into surface area 4 pi r square. Suppose this is at a distance of r, and this is equal to the q by epsilon. So as we have given, and this is equal to the phi. So in this, inside this sphere there is no charge, so q is equal to the 0. So what will be writing? So electrical field inside a sphere, hollow sphere or cell, inside a cell, if the charge is given here, so inside this there is no charges, so it is equal to the 0. So electrical field inside is 0. What is the electrical field outside the conductor? Suppose this is the outside of the conductor, and then we'll find out by same theory, that is E into 4 pi. Let us take it capital R. So it is capital R. Clear? This capital R just at the surface we are taking. So it is 4 pi R square equal to Q by epsilon. Okay, Q is the total charge divided by epsilon. So what we can write? We can write E is equal to the Q divided by 4 pi epsilon into 1 by R square. These things, what it indicates? This is a formula, that is E into 4 pi R square. This is a formula we have used where? We have used in Coulomb's law. So E equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R square. This indicates that charge we can conceptually, we can think about the charge is at the center, and we can make all the calculations here. Only things that this is just imagination. The charge is kept at the center, and we can calculate as usual for a point charges. Okay, so from these two, E equals to Q by 4 pi 1 by R square and E equals to 0, we can draw a graph. So let us draw a graph like this. So we will be taking a graph paper and we will be plotting these things. Suppose this is the electrical field E, and this is the center of the sphere. So at the center of the sphere to the radius R, this is 0. So E is equal to the 0 at the center of the sphere. Then we will draw the sphere like this, and in this sphere it is roughly in this way we will draw, and in this sphere up to this E is always 0. Okay, here also E is 0. So from this place the E start rising. Clear? So E will be increasing from here. So we will be showing this one, that it will be always 0 here, and so here the electric field is 0, and it will be just at the surface, it will be maximum at the surface, and then it will decrease like this. So as we are going away from this will be decreasing. So in this way we will show the electric field